Yeah. So, this International Day of Social Justice is celebrated on 20th February as declared by the United Nations. The General Assembly, it recognizes that social development and social justice are indispensable for the achievement of social justice, and it cannot be attained in the absence of peace and security or in the absence of respect for all human rights and fundamental freedoms. So I request our Dean, Dr. Mahul Brahma, to speak a few lines on International Day of Social Justice and what social justice means for the society, how important it is.
Thank you, Swati. Dear students, there are certain things which are an ingrained part of our responsibility. Am I audible, Swati?
Yes, sir, you are audible. Yeah.
Thank you. So there are certain things which are an ingrained part of our responsibility. And our responsibility includes our family, our responsibility includes our affiliation, in your case, your university, in our case, our workplace. Along with it, the responsibility also includes the society where we live. Society is kind of an extended family. Socially responsible, it is, yes, to an extent, it's a choice. But is it a choice to look after your family? Maybe not. So, social responsibility is not a choice. It is an integral part of our system. And as students, every plan of action that you have, as far as your career is concerned, your life is concerned, there has to be a greater purpose. Because this is the time where you can bring in a change, make a difference in the life of the greater society. Social justice is an, uh, an integral part of the world that we live in. Do we have social justice? We are getting there. It is a constant fight, and the fight has to go on, and you all are the fighters. We all are the fighters. So in 2022, the UN resolution was that bringing social justice through formalization of employment. So let me, because this is the focus this year, so UN picks up a focus every year and explaining and understanding the different facets of social justice. So this year it is on the formalization. Now, let us understand what do you mean by formalization of employment, and why it is necessary, and why it is an integral part of providing social justice. Okay. So let's understand that. Number one, employment is of two kinds, formal and informal. So in a formal employment, there are certain benefits that are given. There is a certain security that is provided, like provident fund, like a formal work environment. There are certain safety norms that are followed. There are certain structures and rules under the labor law that you need to follow. Informal environment, informal employability and employment is basically wherein these norms are not followed. So the unfortunate part is that the societal structure is such that the formalized employment is only a fraction of the total employment generated. The greater part is the informal. And that is a root cause of social justice. You, there are also the issues of skilled, semi-skilled, unskilled. But no matter whatever the phase is, you as future employees, you as people who are going back to the industry, uh, need to be sensitized towards uh, the difference, the distinction between the formal and informal uh, employment. The working conditions are unbearable. Child laborer. There are no fixed hours, no holidays. The pay is the least that can be paid for the same. The point is, you as conscious beings, you as conscious students, as the future of the nation, you have to be sensitive towards this. You have to fight against the informalization of employment towards formalization. So, whenever you set up your own system, you make sure that under you there is nobody who is informally employed. I'll give you an example. Your house help, the person who comes to your house and cleans your dishes and does your dishes and cleans your clothes and keeps your house clean. That is an informal employment. So we are all, in some way or the other, a part of the system. So let us see how we can together respect the theme this year and work towards formalization and thus work towards providing social justice uh, to uh, the country and the nation. So, with that, I eagerly look forward to, what you've planned and your presentations. And I'm very, very happy that there is a wonderful engagement of students towards such a critical uh, aspect of life. Society is your responsibility. Thanks, Swati. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. We'll go ahead with the next plan which we have. The first year students, the youngest batch of our school, they have created a video about social justice. So I would like to play that. Just give me a minute.
Department are you from? I'm from English department. Department are you from? I'm from English department. So do you know anything about social justice? Yes. So social justice is a view that everyone deserves equal social and economical opportunities and rights. Okay. So any idea how we can prevent social injustice? We can prevent social injustice by making people aware about the cause we are fighting for and making them help in our in everything we are doing. Okay. Thank you so much. What is social justice for you?
It's equal for everyone. It's equality for everyone.
Okay. What precautions or measures you gonna take for social injustice?
Social injustice like we need to limit that drug and trafficking. जो ऐसे फेक रील्स जो फेक न्यूज निकल रहे हैं ना उसको हम बैन कर सकते हैं उससे इतना सोशल मीडिया में शेयर नहीं कर सकते ना शेयर करने से वो ऐसे ही फैलता है जो जो ठीक है उसको शेयर करो जो गलत है उसको तुम खुद से जज करो वो ठीक है या गलत है तो उसको तुम वैसे शेयर करना चाहिए.
So, do you know anything about social justice? What is social justice?
Yeah, social justice is basically you see, we have a lot of problems in our society. There are upper class and lower class, so a lot of injustice happens in that sector, right? So that is basically the like there's a saying we have: the richer gets richer and the poorer gets more poorer every day. So that is basically happens due to social injustice, right? So I think there's not any solution to this problem, but however, the only solution that I can think of is to create awareness regarding the situation. That's all.
Justice is like being equal to everyone, okay, and without any bias. You're thinking about something without not from one perspective, but from a general perspective. Okay, so that's my take on social justice.
Equity is uh, in equity you just give the less fortunate the equal amount of opportunity so that they get the equal privileges like us people, like you take into account the scheduled caste people or the scheduled tribe or the people from the LGBTQ community who have been deprived of their opportunities or privileges for so many years, and now they are getting those similar privileges. So I would say that is what social justice is.
So, what are your opinions about social justice?
So, in my opinion, social justice does not exist in India in the first place because there are, many factors responsible for it. Like if we take racism, it is a major factor. Like the northeastern people, they face racism in every corner of India, and when we talk about Asia as a whole, it actually includes all of us, and we have recently seen that few of the Asians have suffered a lot recently because of some rumors going on. People in Americas, in many corners of Americas, they used to whenever they spotted any Asian in any corner of the country, they would just beat them up openly in the roads. So that's what I think. And there is also a huge lot of income gap still. Like women in our country, we talk about women empowerment and stuff, but women do not need to be empowered in the first place. But what we all have to do is we just need to build this gap between male and female so that everyone gets an equal opportunity, because we all are a responsible citizen of India. So women are not passive citizens. That's all. Thank you.
I agree with your point, but I would also like to say that India has social justice in many ways. For example, yeah, women don't need to be empowered, but doesn't mean that all women are the same. Some people sometimes need a little bit of push, and maybe it's not always from a man, but for example, someone's getting molested in a heavily crowded bus.
Right.
Sometimes they might not have the capacity to speak for themselves, fight for themselves. So they might want to um, ask someone to help them, পেছন থেকে কেউ দেখছে আর যদি কিছু না বলে, then it's something that they shouldn't do. They know that it's their moral right, it's their moral responsibility to help that woman if she's not speaking up. Just because a woman doesn't say anything doesn't mean that they want it to happen. So পেছন থেকে যদি বলে, then that woman will feel safe.
Right.
The
But
woman,
that does not happen all the time, right? You would agree to that.
Social justice is the approach of being treated equally by the authorities, being given equal social rights, equal like job opportunities, all kinds of basic rights to be given equally without any discrimination.
Okay, so what measures we can take to prevent social injustice?
We can make people aware of their basic rights, basic human rights.
Hi, my name is Joshua. What is your name? Okay. So, my question is, what are your opinions about social injustice?
I think people are not so aware of social injustice, so we should educate them about how to take measures on social injustice, like telling them to have confidence in themselves and speak up for themselves.
So, what is social justice for you?
Uh, Social justice for me, equality amongst everyone, and availability of employment for everyone is social justice for me.
Any steps which can be taken to prevent social injustice according to you?
I think government should give equal opportunity to everyone, and they should drive some campaign to aware everyone.
Thank you.
So that was presented. Just a moment, guys, just a moment. So, as the students rightly said, that the basic aim of social justice is to remove the imbalances in the society of any kind, either political or economic or social, from everyone's lives in order to create a just society.
Swati, can you
Now
please
we
stop
had a
share?
contest where we have a number of participants
Swati,
who
can
are
you
going
please
to
stop the
talk
screen
about
share?
their one plan which they will be undertaking in order to bring social justice in the society. Now, this social justice, it cannot be achieved in one single day. So we need to contribute each and every day for a long time to the society, so that in a few years we might hope of getting some justice in the society. So now I would like to invite Shadman from PG first year MA journalism, so that Shadman, kindly come on. Okay.
Yeah, am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, Shadman, please go ahead.
Okay. First of all, good morning to all of you, my dear faculties and my dear colleagues. As we all know that we are here to talk about on Justice Day. Well, before going to the point on Justice Day, that why we are celebrating the Social Justice Day, or what is Social Justice Day, we know that India is right now it is in the top 10 inequality rate. India, as we are a few days back discussing in the class with my HOD sir as well, that the top 10% of Indians had out about 96 times more income on average than the bottom 50%, and still we are talking about the Social Justice Day. So, well, what we can say. Well, moving ahead. I would like to drag all of your attention towards the mental health issues, mental health topics, the how the society discriminate towards them, how the society creates the how the society create a rate of inequality towards them. As we all know that after 2000 March 2020, our life changed, especially the way of our thinking, the way we see the people, the way we understand the situation, everything is changed. It is not such that before 2020 life was so smooth, or there is nothing like mental health issues, but still it was there as well. But right now it become a major topic, and as a society, as a part of society, what I see every day, that people are being so judgmental towards them. People start portraying their own thoughts to the people who suffer from mental health issues. Like, if as a person, if I say that today I'm not doing mentally well, someone said that पागल हो गया है? Are you crazy? You are feeling crazy. Like, आप अगर mental health issues से suffer कर रहे हो, tackle कर रहे हो, that means you are crazy, you are पागल. That's it. But and this is how the discrimination start. This is how they put the bar between a normal person and the mental health person. This is why people like us who would really want to speak towards the mental health issue are unable to speak about this. Well, mental health issues is, you can say, a kind of disease, a disease which is not being so much talked about, a disease which is not really a matter of concern for the society. Generally, youth, youngster take their heartbreak as a mental health issue, take some certain situation as their mental health issues. No, it is not like that. Mental health issues is something which come with a lot of different genres. Like, you can say, a disorder, a psychological disorder, a case of an anxiety, a case of panic attacks. These all are the different case where the mental health issues lie. But another thing is that as I'm not going to say more about the mental health, but how the injustice happening, how the injustice is going on in the world of in the world of people who suffer from mental health issues. So the thing is here that I will like to drag your attention towards by putting a certain example, like social media. Social media is an open platform, and me right now, don't take me as a senior student of Adamas University. I also via my social media platform, I talk to the people. Through my Instagram handle or through my Facebook handle, I talk to the people across the world who suffer from mental health issues. So I am giving you my practical and personal experience, that what I come to know or what I concluded when I speak to the people across the world from India, especially from Kolkata city. I'm in words with a girl who suffer from mental health issues, and she come to me and speak that I put some kind of content which is not good for some people, which people thought that this is not good for the society, or this should not be on the social media platform. But I, as a person, think that this is my quality, this is me, and this is something I am good at, and I want to do that. But when people try to put their own thoughts on my content, on my passion, on my things, then it will make me disturb at the same time, that why it is my thing, it is me who wants to do this thing. People put some harsh word even without even thinking that what it can be, what kind of impact it can make on their mental health, what can impact, or why they want to speak, or why they want to do this thing, why they are putting such kind of content. There are several reasons, but what people are doing right now, people are being so self-centered, people are being so self-centered towards their own thoughts, that they don't even think about other perception. Others perspective is very important, to be honest. Others perspective is very important. We really need to think about the others perspective before we are before we are doing a judge we are before we are passing a judgment, before we are speaking about other people. We should consider that, is it necessary to speak even, is it good to speak even? Not all the time, everywhere, your judgment is necessary. You don't know from what people are going through or what people are suffering from. You even don't know. Brain is a part of central nervous system. The one who is in the center have the command to coordinate everything. What if the brain is not what if your brain is not work accordingly? What if? Who will then coordinate your body function? Who will coordinate your everything? Your everyday action and your plans, how it is going to be succeed when you're mentally not okay. And when you are, as a person, as a citizen, when you are representing somewhere, just try to be very neutral, especially when someone is sharing towards the sharing their personal thoughts, sharing their opinion. You don't have to put all the times your personal opinions. You don't have to really. People who really suffer from mental health issues now are needed, they just need an ear to listen someone. They don't want your sympathy, they don't want your empathy, they don't need anything. They just want a person who can listen them, who just once can listen them, that's it. But what we do, we just try to sympathize them, we just try to give them a solution, we just try to help them out. No, mental health issues is something which is going inside you, which is going in you, and you are the only one who can tackle from this, the only person. As a to all the juniors here, I really want to say that if you are really going through your mental health issues, just be very careful that no single person is going to help you, the society is not going to help you, no counselor is going to help you out. The only person who can help you is that you, the single person who can help you out is you, that's it. No one is going to help you. You have to refrain for yourself, you have to work for yourself. The society here is being so judgmental, they don't even think that what you are going through. And scientifically, people have their own wavelength, so it is very obvious that people are not going to think according to you. Every single day on social media, more than 1 lakh hashtag used regarding to the mental health issues. Some of the popular hashtags like mental health awareness, mental health matters, dark, anxiety, panic attack, such kind of hashtag every single day used on different social media platform, more than lakhs. So you can think that how people are going through, how people are suffering from mental health issues. If you want to bring justice in case of mental health issues, you just have to be, first you don't have to be very judgmental. You don't have to be very judgmental. You just have to listen. You just have to learn how to ignore. This is all from my side regarding to the Social Justice Day on mental health issues. Thank you very much, Swati ma'am, to giving me this opportunity to speak about.
Okay, thank you, Sharman, for speaking here. Now I would request Miss Shrishti Banerjee from the School of Agriculture to switch on her camera and please speak. Shrishti, can you hear me? Shrishti Banerjee? Yeah. Hello, Shrishti. Yeah, just speak a bit louder. Yeah.
Morning to all. Sure. Today I, Shrishti Banerjee, from the School of Smart Agriculture, would like to talk about stopping marginalization in day-to-day life. So marginalization is when we give less importance to the opinions of people of certain gender, caste or religion. But today I would like to add another factor, that is age. We do not talk about how the children are facing social injustice. Children in this society, unfortunately, are supposed to be obedient, they are supposed to be respectful, they're supposed to be polite, they're supposed to be kind. But what we do not understand as an adult, that the society is made up of bad adults also, which take opportunity of these beautiful traits that we teach our children and use them for their benefit. They use this trait to harm children, whether it be physical, mental, or sexual. They even try to cheat the people, the children in the society. This trauma that a child faces, a child does not have this vocabulary in their dictionary. They do understand what is going on in their life, but they do not have a way to express. They do not have a word that, yes, I am being abused, and yes, I am being traumatized. They do not have this word. So this gives rise to a phase which we call sirf bacha hi to hai. If it is only a child. So today, as a responsible adult, on the day of social injustice, I would like to understand the point of view of a child and the opinion. I would like to give the same importance about to the opinion of a child as I would to a adult person in the society. Thank you.
That was great, Shrishti. So Shrishti is a first-year undergraduate student of the School of Agriculture. She's pursuing her BSc in Agriculture, right, Shrishti? Okay, thank you so much. So now I would like to invite Abhirup Sengupta from UG Semester 6 of SOMC, School of Media and Communication. Abhirup, please unmute yourself. Abhirup? Okay, so let us go ahead with the event. Now, Anvisha Panja, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm online.
Abhirup, yes,
ma'am, I'm online.
Speak, yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah, sure, you are audible.
Abhirup, can you please come on camera? I am on camera, sir. I don't see you. Is he on camera? Others can see him?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Even I cannot see Abhirup. I can just see your profile. Yeah, now we can see.
Now he is visible.
Yeah.
Yes. So good morning, everyone, and thank you, Swati ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to speak on social justice. And to begin, in my opinion, some of the avenues of social justice should be serious. This include awareness programs. Abhirup, you there? So it seems there's some connectivity issue at your end.
So what you can possibly do is you can switch off your video, because otherwise I don't think your bandwidth is.
Okay, sir. So am I audible now?
You are, but it's kind of sparing. It's kind of very jarring. So the video is not working properly. It's stopping and.
So, sir, what I think.
Sir, give me just 2 seconds.
Sure.
Meanwhile, sir, I think Anisha can go ahead.
Yeah. You can
Anvisha,
pick
you
up your
speak
device.
next.
Meanwhile, also you can speak.
Sure. Anvisha, are you there? Yes, so Anvisha is a second. Yes, you're audible. Anvisha Panja is a second year student of the School of Media and Communication. So, Anvisha, go ahead.
Morning, one and all. Today, on the occasion of celebrating social justice, I would like to speak about social justice towards the animals, because we as humans, they provide a lot of comfort for us. Because whenever we feel low or whenever we feel down, we move on to that person that is our home or our comfort zone, or rather to our pets even. So this idea struck me when we the people of the media department would know there is some puppies outside our building. So it struck me when I was playing with those puppies, because like just like us humans, even the animals need extra support and extra they need people to take care of them, because they can't do it themselves. And since they are very famous within our campus, and people they are struck with jolly and they start smiling when they whenever they come across. So that's why I thought ki if we come together and make a shelter for them, and that shelter in the future, if it grows, it can provide other opportunities, employment opportunities, or for people, for the rural livelihood of Barashat. So that yeah, it can provide new employment opportunities. And also in scientific studies, we have in recent times we have seen that the Alzheimer's patient has been treated with animals, since they forget things, but for their mental health, doctors has used their pets or animals for giving them that mental support. So we can do that. And we can also indulge ourselves in the future with these the children of the streets, um, these street puppies or street dogs that are getting neglected, which shouldn't be the case. So with them, we can find out ourselves in a new light, and we can add to the social justice yeah, so we can do that. And also yes, we can be connected with um, like a mental healthcare or something, so that we can provide support for those patients. And also these dogs and puppies and kittens won't get neglected either. So that's my idea of promoting social justice. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Anvisha. Now I would like to call Monalisa Dashgupta of MBA Second Year. Monalisa, please unmute yourself.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, you are audible, Monalisa.
Thank you. A very good morning. This is Mona Lisa Dasgupta from the Department of MBA and Communication Management. Today I'm going to talk about creating self-employed for acid attack survival. Social justice promotes fairness and equity across many aspects of society, such as it promotes that all the people around the world should have equal rights and opportunity, self-employment, and education. And we have started to plan a campaign called hashtag Beautiful World. Basically, it will highlight the empowerment aspect of acid attack survival life. Now, as we have seen, most of the acid attack survivors, they does not get job opportunity due to their burn face. So in this campaign, we have taken a great initiative is just to hear one where we will hear especially the acid attack survivor, and we will urge and request the CEO and HR head of the company to consider them while recruiting and hiring. And there will be no eligible job criteria for them. All are welcome. As a student of MBA, I'm going to start a hangout cafe business, which will be entirely run by the acid attack survival. Side by side, we are going to provide skill-based training and hospitality training with a proper certification course, and it will turn their life into a better world. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, everyone.
Aviru, have you fixed up your device now?
Yes, sir.
So I think you can speak now.
Okay, sir. Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Swati, for giving me this opportunity. In my opinion, some avenues of social justice should seriously be upgraded, and this includes some awareness programs about false allegations. Now, while there are numerous anti-rape platforms for women, as of yet there are only a handful such platforms for false allegations against men. Now, not to downplay crime against women in any way, but had there been some kind of like social justice programs that help men when they face such falsified allegations, then that famous case of, let's say, Delhi Ka Darinda of like Sarvjit Singh, how he was falsely accused of harassing a woman, then these cases would probably cease to not cease to exist. At least it will be mitigated sooner. There will be a lot of less backlash against the person who is not yet proven guilty of that particular crime. And furthermore, I think there should be some technological solutions to make women and children feel safer in their community. This could be a community-based voluntary location tracking system, which could help women as if they go outside or if they feel unsafe, then they can log into such kind of a program or platform where their locations could be seen by other women and their trusted women who would be nearby. So that way they could feel somewhat safer in the current situation. And lastly, I think the punishment for proven rapists and child molesters, it should be a bit more harsh than what it is being implemented now. And the investigation should like actually uh, take a proper guideline to like simplify or speed up the process of imparting the punishment. So that's my take on it, on mine.
Abhirup, are you done?
Yes, ma'am. That's my take on it.
Okay. Thank you, Abhirup. Now I would like to call Rijit Banerjee of UG Semester 6 of the School of Media and Communication. Rijit, unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Rijit, can you come on camera if
Yes.
it's possible for you?
Yes, sure, sir. Can you see me? All right.
Yes, I see you.
Hello, everybody, and good morning. My name is Rajat Banerjee, and I will be talking about a very pertinent issue of social injustice that is happening in the society. Although I feel it's not that one of the majors, like compared to other regions, it's not that major, but it's something that I realized recently, and I was really shocked by it. I will be talking about the gender income gap that we have in the country, and it is a worldwide issue. Um, so when I first learned about this issue, I felt that I thought that jobs paid based on the capabilities, but apparently that is not the case. Um, that like people take gender into the consideration, and there are actual reasons for it that women are actually paid lesser than men. So I did a little research, and I came to know a few reasons that people actually do this. And one of them was that women take more leaves than men, and like this was like the most logical reason that I came up with in all of this. And it really shocked me. Like women need maternity leave or stuff like that, and men don't. So that felt really bad to me, and I felt it was not something that we should encourage in the society, and especially in this age when like the capability of both men and women is considered to be equal. I also have some stats to back up my statement. According to the World Economic Forum, India ranked 108 out of the 149 countries in terms of gender pay gap. And yeah, I think when I first realized about this issue, I didn't think that it would be such a big issue, but it is such a big issue, and we need to counter it right now because women were not even like given the proper what should I say, like the tools to begin with, and men had a head start in like the industry, in most of the industries. And like I come from a gaming industry, and that is male dominated. So there are so many industries that are male dominated, yet we for like don't even see our industry that is female dominated that much. So I think that is one way we can counter this whole problem and create a 50-50 basis. Now, don't get me wrong, but I don't mean like just for the sake of adding women, we need to add women. Obviously, capabilities needs to be scaled. But other than that, I think it could be countered very easily, and we need to do that as soon as possible. So with that, I like to conclude my part. Thank you.
Thanks, Regit. I think you brought up a very important, very pertinent topic. Very pertinent topic, and it's not a small issue. It's a very big issue. Trust me. Okay, move on. Let's move on.
Thank you, Rajat. Now I would like to call Sheetal Prasad from MA Journalism, first year. Sheetal, unmute yourself. Yes, I can see you, Sheetal. Say something.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sheetal Prasad from Journalism Department. Well, I believe everyone should visit an old age home at least once in their lifetime, as we get a lot to learn from the elderly people out there. Godoli Senior Citizens Home is one of the responsible and prestigious old age home in Barrackpur, West Bengal. It has beautiful gardens, club, library, senior gym, beautiful temple, and many more wonderful amenities to provide the abandoned elderly people the best contemporary lifestyle at an affordable rate. So my motive is bringing back smiles on the faces of those senior citizens who have forgot how to smile. The idea for this the hashtag for this idea of mine is hashtag Muskan, and therefore I have planned to visit Goduli Senior Citizens Home in Barrackpur once in a month to spend quality time with them and share my thoughts as well as give them a token of love. And I have created an Instagram page and dedicated it to this cause. I would like to conclude with a quote by Mother Teresa. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sheetal. Now I would like to call Trina Chaudhary from UG Semester 6. Trina, are you there? Yes, Trina, I can see you. Yeah.
এটা ভাষণ দিয়ে দাও Trina. শোনা যাচ্ছে না বাবু?
Trina, we can't hear you. Trina, like switch off your camera and then try to speak. Maybe you have a network issue. That's
microphone issue. Trina, just remove the microphone and just speak directly.
No, now we still can't hear you. What we'll do is that we'll call the next candidate. We'll call you after that. Trina, we can hear you. We can hear you. Trina?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. This is Srina Chaudhary from UG6 BA Journalism and Mass Communication, School of Media and Communication. Today, we are celebrating like International Social Justice Day, which is actually observed on 20th February. As we are the students and also the future of nation, it is highly important to at least talk about social justice. In this context, my long-term action plan, which I'm going to present, is based on employment. According to me, economic independence is one of the key factors which is directly connected to the growth of a nation. And this financial freedom comes from employment. Industry bring employment. Unemployment is one of the major issue in India nowadays. So my plan is mostly an industrial plan. My hashtag is from Bengal for Bengal, as my blueprint will be based on the soil of Bengal. West Bengal is the state of mine, and basically my industrial focus will be particularly on rural tourism of the interior parts of Bengal, named Banglar Mukh, which is mainly inspired from an extremely famous poem of Jivanananda Das. Banglar Mukh basically will be a travel and tourism sector, mainly of rural Bengal, with tagline, I have seen it and you. This will be a path of experiencing Bengal in a different way, where the local, national, as well as the international guests like normal visitors, travelers, bloggers, photographers and videographers, and also researchers will be served. I am sure that my respected listeners can already think about the business and employment model of the whole plan, and huge employee recruiting process will start. Besides the esteemed highly qualified employees, the authority will try to keep a special focus illiterate community of rural Bengal. That will be the USP. A special training can be organized to the interested people. It can be a serious action plan to them to be financially stable, because as I am already mentioned, economic stability by giving employment to the citizen will be the most reliable pillar for India to grow. Bengal is the sweetest part of India. So this all for hashtag from Bengal for Bengal. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Trina. Now I would like to call Devamita De from MA Journalism, first year. Devamita?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Devamita, can you please come on camera if it is possible for you? Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Devumita De. My hashtag for this campaign is healthy pause. When we talk about social justice or social rights, we mostly talk about human rights. So mostly we talk about what humans are supposed to get and many more. So I am going to talk about animal rights today. Like there also have to some people who have to take care of them and like that. So most of the populations looks at stray dogs or cats as a menace and a threat. Like they used to beat them and like that. But stray dogs have as much a right to live with dignity and peace as we humans do. So my plan is to make social justice is to feed more stray dogs for their rights and healthy living. What they want, just you have to feed them, they will be happy. You don't have to beat them, you don't have to tease them. Like you're throwing colors to them, you're throwing pebbles to them. So please don't do this. Like right now, I am feeding 7 stray dogs and 2 cats in my area, and I'm planning to aware people in such small points. Like one is please don't attack stray dogs and don't steal their puppies. If you don't like them, you can avoid them. Two, animals can't be trusted. This is a myth. If you can love your pet who you are having in your house, then you can love them too. And three, do not violate animal rights, and I think have some respect towards feeder. Like most of the people says ki why are you feeding them in the roads, you're making it dirty and all like that. So please, if someone is feeding them, please encourage them. So if you can't, don't. So do not discourage others. So I think these baby steps can bring some changes in our society and the mindset of the people. Thank you.
Thank you, Devamita. Now I would like to call Neelam Das from MA Journalism, first year. Neelam, are you there?
I think Neelam has some issues, so she has not. She's not. Let's call the next person. It's okay.
Okay. Just a moment. So I would like to call Ayushi Mandal from UG first year SOMC. Ayushi, unmute yourself.
Ayushi, please come on camera also.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, teachers. Hello everyone, I am Ayushi to those who don't know me, and to those who know me, for them also I'm Ayushi. For today's Justice Week, I'm going to say on gender equality for all the genders, including the third gender. As far as I see, as far as I see that in this place,
Ayushi, we can't hear you. Ayushi, we can't hear you. You have muted yourself.
Ayushi, unmute yourself. Yeah. Now we can hear you.
as far as I see in this society that everybody is talking about women's equalities, men's equalities, but nobody is concerning the third gender or the people who are there. We basically call them as skinners, or and there are many other things which I should not say. They are considered as bad or socially backward. Means they beg for money, but when we go to them they help us a lot. So I would like to throw some light on their uh, I would like to throw some light on this thing, that we need to give them the empathy they need. We don't need to give them sympathy. They are equal, just like us. They are human beings. We should not say that since you are a third gender, you should not be given any rights. As far as I know, there are no specific jobs in this place for specifically for women, for men. So why are there specific jobs for transgenders? Why do they only have to beg and not they can't do other jobs? And as I see, even in online platforms, in other places for booking tickets, for studying, there we get a form for ourselves, and there are only basically, for I have seen, there are only two place for our means two boxes for genders, female and male. Why not the other genders? And after that, I would like to say that there is a feminist term going on, according to which the only women's only women's rights should be given into taken into acquaintances, but only women's rights should be taken into acquaintances, not men's. So uh, women's rights should be taken into acquaintances, not men's, and other genders too. I'm sorry. uh, I I would like to say that this feminism is about equality. It's not that we should give only respect to to females. They should be equal to females. Yes, we should give them the rights that they should be equal to other genders. Then we should give other genders too. And I would like to say there is another point that in this place, the not teachers, parents, and the other societies' words do affect us. Like when people says that she means for my boy cut hair, as you can see, the for my boy cut hair, as you can see that my society members, they always confuse me that is this a girl or a boy, and I literally have to talk or speak. When I sit down, they do confuse me that I'm a girl or a boy because of my baggy clothes and my haircut. Then when I speak, they say, oh sorry, I'm a girl, you are a girl, I thought you were a boy. Why can't I cut my hair short? Why can't I wear baggy clothes? And after that, I just laugh it out. What should I say? That I don't know what should I say, so I don't say anything. And after that, I would like to end this with this a quote given by a UN feminist and my role model, Anna Watson, that it's about time that we should start seeing the gender as a spectrum rather than two sets of opposite ideas. Thank you.
Ayushi, can you show us the cat, please? And Babu, very well spoken, very well spoken. I love the way you spoke. Anyway, and you picked up a very pertinent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ayushi. Now I would call Shudipta Bera from UG first year. Shudipta?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm really thankful that I have given an opportunity to speak on this topic. So, for me, social justice is something which means equality in all aspects, not just into gender discrimination or racism or caste or creed, but in all aspects when everyone is treated equally. In our daily life, we come across many social injustices, but we never make it a point to speak or talk about it. But I think it's high time that we all stand up and speak for it. We see child laborers working on cafes. We see slums, people living in slums in a very inhygienic and inhospitable condition. But we never go and ask them that if they need some kind of help, or we never go to a child labor and speak that like why are you working here, or why you're not getting the basic needs, or why you're not going to a school, because there are government schools which do gives education for free, and it is a right and it is our duty to make sure that it happens. So I think everyone should consider social work as not like social work. It is their duty to do it. Not they are not doing any favor to the society. It is our duty as a human to do the social work every day. And I'm a firm believer that every little step counts. So I think like I would love to be a part of a social agency which will promote this kind of campaigns. And then there are many old age homes and orphanages where I have visited, and in near future I would like to go there more regularly and teach them about or inform them about the rights they belong. Like the old people, I would like to get them the knowledge about internet and how they can use it so that they don't have to be dependable on anyone. They can use internet banking, which will make their life much easier. They can order food online, and I would like to teach them or inform them about it and spend some time with them. And as I said, I believe that every little step counts, so everyone should take a little step towards this and make sure that our society become a better place for all to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Muskan. Now, thank you, sorry, Shudipta. Now I would like to call Muskan Mahato from UG first year. Muskan, are you there?
Ma'am, she cannot join. She's have some issue. I'm so sorry.
All right, no problem. So next is Tanya Mukherjee from UG first year. Tanya, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to speak about social justice. The main objective of celebrating International Day of Social Justice is to raise a voice against social injustice and to bring various communities internationally together to eliminate poverty, gender, physical discrimination, to make a socially integrated society. Social justice promotes fairness and equity across many aspects of society. It is also important to the safety and the security of individuals and communities. Now, what measures shall we take to prevent social injustice? There is a quote by Martin Luther King that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. It relates to how if one country is allowed to abuse, mistreat their citizens, and countries all over the world will fall like a domino and will eventually allow themselves to give similar treatment to their countries. For that, we should educate ourselves about social justice issues. We must take positive actions in our own community. To attend demonstrations and protests, we must donate, and our voice must heard on local radio and social media. So I would start an online campaign and collect donations through crowdfunding. Consequently, social impact donating don't just work to achieve their mission, they also empower individuals to get effect change. They mobilize people to play a part in making the world a better place. So for that, I will surely start providing and distributing free food and clothing. Donating groceries can help in the hunger of poor and needy people. I will take positive action in our own community. I will fight for their rights, even in their voting rights. I will take care of their health issues. They cannot even afford basic requirements of living. Poor people don't have shelter to live, food to eat, and clothes to wear. I will make sure, as far as I can do for them, to help them, make sure I will do those. So I would like to end up with the racism and prejudice were only distant memories. We must dissent from the indifference. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. So I would like to call Megha Ghosh of UG second year. Megha?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you there? Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Would you like to? Yeah.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir, respected sir and ma'am. আমার নাম মেঘা ঘোষ। আমি আজকে অ্যাকশন প্ল্যানের ব্যাপারে বলবো সেক্সুয়াল হ্যারাসমেন্ট নিয়ে। আমরা অনেক জায়গায় দেখছি সেক্সুয়াল হ্যারাসমেন্ট হচ্ছে, ওটার ব্যাপারে লোকজন প্রোটেস্ট জানাচ্ছে, কিন্তু আমি এটা জানতে চাই অ্যাট দ্য এন্ড কি হচ্ছে। যাদেরকে কাস্টাডিতে রাখা হচ্ছে, কেউ কেউ অফিসার তাদের শুট করে দিচ্ছে, তারা অ্যাটলাস মরে যাচ্ছে, কিন্তু যে মেয়েটাকে সারা কষ্ট দিয়ে যাচ্ছে, ওই মেয়েটার যে কষ্ট সেটা কি তারা বুঝছে না। আফটার সেক্সুয়াল হ্যারাসমেন্ট তার পরের দিনে আমরা পাবলিককে দেখতে পাই তারা একটা ক্যান্ডেল নিয়ে ঠিক চলে যায়, ওই মেয়েটার ফটো নিয়ে যায়, দ্যাট ইজ গুড, কিন্তু অ্যাট দ্য এন্ড কি হচ্ছে, মেয়েটা কি আদৌ জাস্টিস পাচ্ছে? তো আমি এটাই জানাবো, এটা আমার এটা মতামত যে যখন একটা সেক্সুয়াল হ্যারাসমেন্ট একটা মেয়ে যদি মরে যায়, যদি ভিকটিম মরে যায়, তাহলে তখন যেন ওদেরকে সেলুলার জেলে রাখা হয় উইথাউট এনি ফুড অ্যান্ড কোনো লাইট ছাড়া, ইভেন কিছু কিডস কোনো ইনসেক্ট যেখানে ওদেরকে হয়, যেটা আমরা হিন্দিতে বলি টপরে টপরে মেরে দেয় তখন ওরা বুঝবে যে একটা মেয়ের কতটা কষ্ট হয়। এই জিনিসটা যদি 2-3 বার হয়, তাহলে আর তার পরের দিন থেকে ইন্ডিয়াতে এত সেক্সুয়াল হ্যারাসমেন্ট হবে না, এত মলেস্ট হবে না, মেয়েরা শান্তিতে থাকতে পারবে। ইভেন আমি ওদেরকেও দায়ী করি যে অফিসার গুলো, বাবা মা ভিকটিম যখন অফিসারদের কাছে গিয়ে ফাইল করে যে আমার মেয়ের এটা হয়েছে, আমার মেয়েকে মলেস্ট করা হয়েছে, তার পরের দিন কোনো এমএলএ বা কোনো হাই প্রফেসর কারোর কিছু একটা হয়ে যায়, ওরা কি করে, ওদের খালি ফাইল নাম্বার আর কেস নাম্বারটা মনে থাকে, ওরা কিন্তু প্রমোশনের জন্য ওই কেসটাকে জাস্ট ধামাচাপা দিয়ে দেয়, ওরা কিন্তু এমএলএ এর কেসটাকে ধরে, কারণ কি ওরা প্রমোশন পাবে। এটা কেন?
Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Rajiv, I think you can go off camera. Yeah, Megha, continue.
হ্যাঁ, সো আমার মনে হয় যে যখন একটা রেপিস্ট, একটা মলেস্টার একটা মেয়ের হ্যারাসমেন্টের জন্য দায়ী, তার সাথে সাথে যে পুলিশ অফিসাররা যারা এই কেসটার জাস্ট ধামাচাপা দিয়ে দেয়, অন্য কেসকে ট্রাভেল করে, কারণ কি ওই মেয়েটার, ওরা বলে ওরম তো কোনো ইনজুরি হয়নি, তো কি হয়েছে, ওই মেয়েটা একটা মলেস্ট হয়েছে, ওর একটা কষ্ট যেটা একটা মেয়ে বুঝতে পারে। সো আমি এটা চাই যে একটা রেপিস্টের যেমন শাস্তি হয়, যে অফিসার যারা এই জিনিসটাকে জাস্ট আন্দাজ মানে এটা কোনো দেখেই না, ওদেরও যেন একটা কোনো রেস্টিগেট করা হোক বা ওদের উপরে কোনো স্টেপ নেওয়া হোক।
থ্যাংক ইউ মেঘা, তুমি খুব ভালো একটা টপিক তুলেছো। সাধারণত আমরা এই বিষয়ে কথা বলি না, এবং আনফরচুনেটলি যে কারণে অনেক সময় অনেক ঘটনাই চাপা পড়ে যায়। খুব ভালো কথা বলেছো, এবং সেক্সুয়াল মলেস্টেশনটা কিন্তু আমাদের জেন্ডার নিউট্রালি দেখতে হবে। আমরা as we are moving ahead, gender neutral sexual molestation has to be looked into. Very good, very good.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Megha. So any other student who wants to participate, in case you have not submitted your entries before? If anyone wants to speak, please raise their hand. Any other student? Okay, so now I would request Nitesh sir to please speak some lines on social justice.
Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, I would like to congratulate Swati ma'am for organizing such a wonderful event, and also to the participants for putting up such a good show. Social justice is something for which Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, B.R. Ambedkar, and many others fought for it. They fought for equality of the people. In fact, social justice is something which has brought revolution, led to fall of autocratic governments and even democratic governments. When it comes to social justice, we must understand it's not about doing right by doing something wrong to the perpetrator, to the person. Revenge, right? So now, historical wrongdoings, discrimination based on caste, religion, race, gender, we've got to accept these things. We have got to accept these flaws and try to rectify them by connecting the minorities, the downtrodden, with mainstream development, by accepting them and all. There have been several institutions such as, the court. We have laws in place through which we can get justice. Even if we are not able to get justice through court, we can always go for an agitation, dharna, protest. And then in today's time, we have social media. So we get these, social activism movements like Me Too, Arab Spring, LGBT movement, even Nirbhaya case. So we, as media teachers, as media scholars, we must strive towards, studying these things and creating awareness to whatever we know. Also, we need to keep in mind, social media can be used for activism, and this is the good part. So we should focus on the good part, and while doing so, we must use it wisely and not use it for shaming someone, trolling someone, or, in case of, that internet justice for Sushant Singh Rajput, witch hunting some, women, right? So this is what I feel. Anyway, thank you, ma'am. Now over to Swati, ma'am.
Thank you, Nitesh sir. So now I would request Shunan sir to please say something and declare the results. And after that, Shomala ma'am would be declaring the result. So Shunan sir, please.
When we talk about social justice, I cannot say something which is new. Everything has been spoken about basically. And my students should know that this is something that we keep on discussing in the class all the time. In fact, the concept of justice, the concept of propriety. But I think what is more important to understand, and I think I'll keep this question open to my students. Probably they can contemplate and they can figure out the answer for themselves. I don't want to give the penultimate answer or whatever you want to call it. I think it's important that we question the social norms today, understand what is wrong. Like for example, what Ayushi said, and I'll specifically talk about that particular part. She talked about justice to the third gender. In fact, there is a third gender, there is a fourth gender, there is a fifth gender, and there is a sixth gender as well. And we need to know about them. And justice comes from awareness. It is important that we keep ourselves abreast of what is going around us. Know about the injustices. Unless you know about what are the injustices that are happening to us, we will not be able to address them. Unfortunately, the consciousness level of the people in our country is very low. And that's something that I do not like to say, but that's the reality. And my students would know that we often speak about all these things. Like what Rijit said, gender income disparity. How many of us knew about it? How many of us knew about the fact that even today in Wimbledon, a man tennis star gets more than a women tennis star? How many of us know that? How many of us know that across the country there have been multiple instances when women have been asked to leave because they wanted to for a maternity leave? Now, interestingly, when we talk about maternity leave, it seems like it is the responsibility of the woman itself, and there is no responsibility of the other gender. It's such a, these are the concepts that we have to question, they have to ask. Unless we ask these questions, unless we ask these tough questions to the society, we will not be able to get the answer. And unless we get the answer, we will not be able to come to a solution. Thank you. And these are discussions that we always do. So I'm not extending the discussion anymore. Thank you.
And so the results.
We'll need a bit of time. I'll just talk to Shamila with a point and then.
Sharmila ma'am?
Yeah.
You take something.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Swati, for arranging such a nice and wonderful program. And congratulations to all the participants for speaking up or speaking out like what social justice is and how we can celebrate it. So the idea of social justice is that all people should have equal access to wealth, health, well-being, justice, privileges, and opportunities regardless the legal, political, economic, and other circumstances. The people or the living being in the society should be taken into consideration. So the principle of social justice should be assess equity, diversity, participation, and human rights. And I'm very delighted to hear from our participants that they have taken up the issues like gender participation, income, employment, harassment, and including animal rights. So we are living in the the like in the pandemic which is going on, and it has triggered a historic economic downturn, leaving millions unemployed. And like the as Nitish sir said that social media turns to can be turned into the activism platform. So we can have seen that Black Lives Matter protests have reunited discussions about systemic racism, inequality, as well as police reform. I can say that the India should the people should aware with the police reform or the administration which is there, which is very colonial and archaic, and we should be aware of it. So as Suren said that how can we work towards it? It is the awareness, it is the the thing we should know about it and we should work accordingly. So I would like to request all the dear students to know about all these things in an in-depth manner so that we can work accordingly and we can make our society a healthier one irrespective of all barriers and all odds. Thank you, Swati, for giving me the opportunity to speak up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, ma'am, like, have you decided the results, or we should inform the students later on? Like, we can later.
Yeah.
Okay. So let us give some time to the judges, Shania Sir and Sharmila ma'am, and we would inform you about the results later in your WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
And everyone, all the students, you have performed brilliantly. So thank you for participating in this event. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. A great applause to all the participants who have participated.
Thank you.